Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Sidham. This is version 20 of UCE's Greatest Knockouts. Who would have thought we had 20 episodes of knockouts? Well, we're just getting started, actually. This episode, however, has got a lot of notables. Rose, Kofi, Adzitsu, but your main event, I got to tell, Sean O'Connell's in this one as well. But your main event features, well, Coach McCloud brought a guy in from Michigan, thought he was a ringer, was going to beat up on Ben Fulmano. Well, Ben said, I got something else to say about that. You definitely want to stick around for that. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience, KO edition, coming right at you. Kick things off with a couple of different knockouts that are from guys that you probably might not recognize their names, but one guy I'll never forget is old dreamy eyes, Mike Bullock. Check it out. Couple guys, Johnny, Richie, that I think could have a future in this show. But that whole group down there in Cedar City, man, they've been sending up some athletes.
Yeah, Mike, Team No Remorse is what they like to call themselves, Mike. And yeah, just a bunch of athletes, Mike, guys that maybe played a little college ball, haven't had the chance to do anything competitive since. Why not step inside the cage and do it?
Well, now, you know, El Cubano looks a little timid stepping up in the cage here. Well, Jimmy Rodriguez looks like he's lost.
I don't think you know. Is this, am I going to fight tonight? What's
going on here?
What's the scoop here?
I was here for a burrito.
Well, Mike, he said he's a little bit of a boxer and jiu-jitsu guy. So I don't know. Let's see. He said he had a little bit of training. Let's see if he does.
Well, he's certainly looks like he's in shape. There's no doubt about it. You know, he's solid.
Are you what? Touching the glove?
Work on that. Oh, goodness gracious, Johnny, that's over.
Oh my God, Mike! I think he was lost.
Wow.
He did not realize. Look at
he wasn't lost before. He is now. He's not sure where he's at.
What the hell? That was the fastest knockout in UCE history.
Man, 1, 2, bap, bap, and it's over. We're going to keep the fists flying, Johnny Rich. We're not even going to be talking at all. We got 3 fights coming at you. The next is Mike Bullock and Jim Layton.
Hey, Mike, Jim Layton is the brother of William Layton. You see how well his brother's done. He said, you know what? I used to beat William up when he was a kid. I think I've got what it takes to step inside that
Mr.
cage.
Bean.
Mr. Bean, Mike, with the goatee and ears.
That's the biggest ears I've ever seen, man.
And there's old dreamy eyes, Mike Bullock. Mike, a pretty exciting fighter, a great new addition to the UCE. He's undefeated inside the cage.
He's been tearing him up at 5'11", 155 pounds, and he doesn't like being called dreamy eyes.
I know, it's the bully. We just tease him because he does have that smoldering look about him.
Oh my goodness, doesn't he though?
We only tease the guys we like, so
absolutely. Well, right here you've got the eyes versus the ears.
Yeah, eyes versus the ears in a battle of what? But who knows?
Hear no evil,
see no evil. Yeah, Mike.
And right now, I'm telling you, Mike Bullock's landed. Oh! It's another knockout.
Another fast knockout, Mike. At least 10 seconds.
My goodness gracious! You can see right there. That's why we're not even gonna bother talking. These guys are just getting in here and knocking people out.
Knocking people out. Well, Jim Layton's still on the canvas, Mike. They're at 10-2. Make sure that he's okay and to make sure his ears are still attached.
Old dreamy eyes there telling you how many girlfriends he's got. Four of them. Who would have thought old Dreamy Eyes would be so dang tough? Now, we're going to go from Dreamy Eyes to a guy named Twinkie against Zach Stansworth. Check it out. Boy, that Dave Seisted is a wealth of information, that guy.
Well, he's just waiting for his tackle, Mike. You know, if he doesn't get a couple tackles in the game, he's like LT. He doesn't know what to do. Gets himself in trouble.
Twinkie, Brian Twinkie Anderson, absolutely the best nickname in the business. He's 5'10", 154 pounds out of the Orem area, and I understand he is quite the man with the ladies as well.
Well, I don't know about that, but Zach Lightning Stansworth is looking to come in here and see what's inside of Twinkie and squash that stuff out of him.
See if it's really cream filling or not. Almost identical statistics. 5'8", 154 pounds is Stansworth as well. His nickname is Lightning. Speaking of lightning fast Lonnie Foster is going to be the third man in the cage here tonight, and give a little last minute advice to both these guys here. Keep it clean, keep your hands up, and let's get it going.
Well, I think technically his name is the Legend.
It's the Legend, but he is lightning fast as well.
Zach Stansworth shoots a double leg takedown, and the Twinkie stuffs it. So, and he's in the front headlock position here. Oh, Zach Stansworth going with an ankle pick, which he kind of follows up with nothing much, but...
Boy, the action is fast and furious, Phil. It's fast and furious here, I tell you. Now Twinkie's gonna squeeze.
Squeezing. The Twinkie is squeezing. Zach Stansworth looking to try and follow up and finish this takedown. No, he didn't do it. Now he's back up on the feet.
Twinkie says, let's get up. Let's do this thing up on our feet here. And a punch.
And now the Twinkie's grimacing a little bit. I wonder if he's been hurt or if that's just the look that he has since birth.
He's smiling at the chicks in the third row, man. He's trying to look at that girl's underwear. You may have read this last week on our forum, our Smack forum. This is the guy that got in trouble for looking at a girl's underwear at the show.
Oh, another ankle pick by Zach Stansworth. He must have done some wrestling somewhere, Mike. But you got to finish that up, Zach. You can't just ankle pick him and then let go. You have to like try and lay on him or do something.
Sound advice, Phil. Sound advice.
I mean, anytime I do an ankle pick, I go for the, lay on.
Baby.
Big shot, big shot.
That was a big left kick followed by a right hand by Zach Stansworth. And, boy, you mentioned he kind of has a little bit of a problem following through with things. He's had some good stuff, but just doesn't follow through quite so well. Right now, it looks like Twinkie's trying to wrap that head up and squeeze, baby, squeeze.
The Twinkie is squeezing, but once again, these guys, they've got to get in and train jiu-jitsu somewhere. When you get a position like that, you have the submission position, you gotta finish it. Don't just let go or squeeze. These guys gotta get into schools, and I just don't know why some of these guys don't do it, Mike.
I'll tell you why, Bill. It's not as fun as watching TV. It's too much work. It makes them sweat.
Well, myself personally, or any of the fighters that I train, I would definitely say get in and learn. You get a guillotine, grab guard, pull guard, do something with it. Don't just pull them on top of you and squeeze.
Learning, training's overrated. It's too much work. Cuts into your chick time.
Well, the Twinkie is all about the chick time, Mike. So
I'm here to tell you, brother. Right now,
he stands back up.
I thought he thought he was on a chick there, just kind of laying and cuddling.
Well, front teepee.
Baby!
The Twinkie dropped Zach Stansworth.
The Twinkie landed a big right hand that sends Zach Stansworth to his rear end, boy. Not much motion coming up from underneath there, is there?
No, he's just kind of turtled up in the turtle position, which he's holding on. And Dave Silverstead would be about to tackle them right now, but Lonnie Foster breaks it up.
Lucky for them, Lonnie Foster's referee.
If Dave was in there, that would have been a tackle.
Lonnie's just going to scold you. That definitely would have been tackle-worthy. Well,
Zach Stansworth looking a little tired, though. His hands were down. Now he kind of got him up, but the Twinkie...
I think we're going to see a second round here, Phil. We're going to see a second round.
Oh, my, the second round.
Man, that is the one thing the Ultimate Combat doesn't see a whole lot of, the second round. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. You see right here, they're going to come back for it. It looks like we're going to stick around and watch this one here. Trying to get this guy woke back up, Zach Stansworth, that is.
There's a lovely ring girl, Sheena, showing round two, an Ultimate Combat experience. Here we go, Mike.
Coming at you, baby.
The legend Lonnie Foster starting the fight.
Well, you mentioned that Zach Stansworth looked a little tired going back to his corner. He still looks a little tired.
Yeah, and then the Twinkie was just looking at chicks, so,
that kind of got
he pops on his
man, I think his fight's over, Johnny, the way that he responded to that.
It is all over. It's all over. The legend has stopped the fight.
Has called a stop. Oh, and the Twinkie showing what he can do.
Well, that was actually that was the most impressive thing I saw in that fight, Mike.
Yeah, for a guy who didn't do much when he fought, he's just got a lot of extra energy afterward.
He must have taken gymnastics instead of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess teach his own. But Brian Twinkie Anderson, big win. See, he's still checking out the chicks, man.
Yeah, that guy is a Mac daddy.
Amen, brother. It just goes to show you can never judge a fighter by his nickname. Dreamy Eyes and Twinkie knocking people out. Now we're going to see a guy that just really didn't have a fighting chance. Gerry and Mike Dillard. Well, the best 0-1 fighter that we've seen so far, Gerry lost his first fight in the Ultimate Combat experience, but the guys he's training with say this kid is sick on the ground, and there's no way he loses again. There's just no way. 5'6", 155 pounds, slaying Gerry. What do you think, Phil? What do you think?
Well, this kid's supposed to be a tough customer training down there with Paul Tom at Bearing Jiu-Jitsu, Mike, but he's going up against the madman, Mike Dillard.
The Madman, the Dillards, these guys just like to fight, man. That's what they're all about. Come all the way down from Logan, which is not very close. 6 foot tall, 174 pounds. Got a bit of a reach advantage over his opponent, Gerry Koo, but Gerry Koo said, I'm just going to take you down and wrap you up anyway.
Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a striker versus a grappler match, Mike, and we'll see which style wins.
Well, we will see that. Gerry Koo, though, you know, he's no stranger to striking either, but you said right there, he likes the ground, and that was a beautiful takedown. Got right up underneath Dillard and took him right to the ground. Side mount position here, now landing some big shots with the right hand.
Oh, he's landing some bombs here. This might be all she wrote for Dillard, but well, I'm not sure what that stoppage was over, Mike.
I'm not sure what's going on here either. Dave Sellistead coming in here and really admonishing Gerry Koo.
I'm kind of puzzled there, Mike. It looked like Jerry's knee was down, but maybe we have a different camera angle. I didn't see that.
You know, I think incidentally, you know, Dillard was kind of pushing him, and he might get lifted off the ground for like a fraction of a second. But I mean, you could see clearly that Koo was trying to keep his knee down. And I'm not sure what Dave's still yelling at him for.
He's wondering if he saved a lot on his car insurance or something, Mike. I don't know.
Dave,
here we go
Dave
again.
having a moment. But you see, back to the action. And whoa, wow, Gerry Koo goes down. He's out, Phil. He is unconscious right now.
I'm in shock right now, Mike. He got caught right on the button.
What just happened? I think the most surprised guy in the room is that guy. He doesn't know what just happened.
Oh, man. That was a heavy shot. He caught Gerry Koo right on the button, and you could read Gerry Koo's lips. You know what he just said.
Gerry Koo doesn't know what just happened. He probably doesn't know where he's at. Man, no, this is a strange night here at the Ultimate. This is a strange night. Is it a full moon out, Phil? Is it a full moon?
I think so, Mike.
Man, Gerry Koo was fighting everyone and ended up taking its shot from Mike Dillard. When we come back, we're going to take a look at a little bit of kickboxing. Reed McCowan getting it done. Let's move into another kickboxing match. The General, Josh Lannon, going up against Jason Shoultz. Light heavyweight kickboxers, Johnny Richie. This is a fun weight class. These guys got a lot of power, but they're still quick enough to get in there and get after it. Josh Lannon here's part of that Kempo Karate group. A great guy, and this whole organization's made a big impact on our tournament.
He comes out looking good, Mike. He's got his hair slicked back. He goes by the General. Looks like a pretty tough kid. If he's anything like Michael Rage, he's going to definitely bring something to the table.
Well, they all got their hair slicked back there. Maybe that's the Kempo Karate do. I'm looking forward to see Josh Lannon fight. He has been, like you said, he's the general of that whole group, and we haven't seen him in the ring just yet, but I'm expecting to see pretty good things out of him.
And there's his opponent right there, Mike. Another tough kid. We got Jason Shoultz coming out of the red corner.
The Red Devil, Jason Shoultz. And I remember back in round 5 when he fought, he just didn't look all that good, and he came back this round and fought, and he really does look good. He's one of those guys that have made a huge market improvement in their fighting game.
He beat Hiram Donnelly. Now he's stepping into the ring tonight to see if he can beat old Josh Landon. We'll see what happens out there, Mike.
Well, the Red Devil, he says he's a hard-working man. He works a lot of hours during the day. He's ready to get in here and mix it up, though. He says this fighting thing is something that he just feels like he needs to do. So I'm excited to see him get in there and fulfill those type of aspirations. But Josh Lannon's a pretty tough kid. I'm assuming that you want to cut your teeth on here.
And the round begins. They come out looking a little, Jason looking a little bit timid, and he eats a big right hook there, Mike.
Oh my goodness.
This
fight's over. This fight's over. His knees are wobbling, and he's got blood streaming down.
He said he was okay, but it looks like Ethan's calling it, Mike.
No, he's got blood streaming down the left side of his face. Look at that cut there. Wow. That's a big cut. You can't let that continue.
That was a bone-to-bone. Looks like his shin caught him directly right above the eye, split him open.
See here in your Crush Combat Cam, brought to you by Hot 94.9 The Blaze, where, boy, Josh Lannon was blazing right through the Red Devil there. He landed that huge roundhouse kick there, and that's all it takes to put a fighter away. The General getting it done with a big kick in a big way. When we come back, we're going to shift gears back into mixed martial arts with Kofi Adzitsu and Chance Elam. Welcome Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. As promised, we're going to go back into some mixed martial arts, and Kofi Adzitsu just rubbed people wrong out in Elko, and everybody was lining up to fight him. Well, it's Chance Elam's turn. Check it out.
Yeah, my last fight, I beat him on the ground. I want to try this one standing up.
I don't know, I came here to knock somebody out, you know, like how I'm always doing, you know, every time, every day in the gym.
They want to come out here and see a good fight, and I'm going to give it to them.
I'm not going there. I'm gonna do what I'm always doing, you know, my game. I don't have a game plan. I'm always doing what I'm doing, you know. I'm gonna win, baby.
We'll see. I'm going to have a good fight, and there's no game plan. I'm going to go out there and hopefully knock him out.
You better watch out, because Little Rampage is in the house.
Oh, baby, I'm excited about this one, Phil. Lil Rampage and Chance Elam. Been looking forward to these guys getting into the cage against one another for quite some time. Kofi doing a little dance for you there, man.
He's doing the peck dance, Mike.
Oh, my goodness. 5'10", 185. And if there was a stat for body fat, it would say 0. This kid is in phenomenal shape. Going up against a kid named Chance Elam, who's a local hero. This kid, they say, beats up all the people in Elko.
Yeah, we've only seen him in the UCE once or twice, Mike, but that's the word out here in Elko is watch out for this guy.
Everybody's scared of this kid. 5'8", 170 pounds, High Desert Hitman Squad. What a great matchup. Just both these guys they're very well versed, good wrestlers, good stand-up, decent submission. Neither one of them are super skilled at submission, so you're looking at more of a striker-wrestler battle here, and they're both very evenly matched in both categories.
Yeah, I was listening to Kofi's prediction saying he was going to knock him out. I haven't seen that great of hands out of Kofi before. He's definitely knocked people out on the ground, but not standing, so I wonder where he got that info from.
Phil, you missed the part where he says he do what he do.
I don't think I understood, but they're doing what they're doing.
Right
and,
now, this is what he do.
There's some bulls in a china shop right here, Mike.
Doing what they do.
Kofi in for one of his patented takedowns here, and if Kofi gets you up, it's all over, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Elam blocked that takedown, though, and sprawled
nice
out,
hits.
too.
Very nice stuff, and that'll take a little bit of energy out of you. And you didn't quite do what you wanted to do right there, and now you find yourself with your head getting squozen on by Chance Elam.
Oh, Mike. This could be it.
Yes, it very
I
well
think
could.
Kofi made a tactical mistake here. Oh, he got out.
Man, that's the strength of Kofi Adzitsu, man. This kid is extremely powerful. You notice him come up on his feet and striking downward, and he can't do that here in this show. And he was quick to make the adjustment. Referee Roy Haggerty was kind of in his ear, letting him know you can't do that. And very nice work on Kofi's part and getting his knee back down.
Yeah, it was, Mike. I'm kind of looking over there at the mat and wondering why it's so shiny, though. It's kind of greasy underneath Chance Elam there. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Well, Phil, I think you're alluding to the controversy of the Vaseline on the High Desert Hitmen guys, and I don't think there's any ill intent from these guys, the fighters at all. And basically, it's kind of a standard practice. A lot of guys do it. We just got to be more on our toes next time, watching for that, and not let it happen.
Yeah, Kofi kind of trying to go to work here, but Elam having a little bit of none of it. He's got him wrapped up and in a closed guard here. I think Kofi's a little frustrated, Mike. He's never had to work that hard to get someone down in his life.
Well, and here's the problem, too. You got his corner over there yelling, stomp his feet, and he's not even on his feet.
That's the only thing Sugar Love knows, Mike.
Stomp his feet. I don't get it.
You can read it. Stomp his feet. Sugar, you can't stomp feet on the ground.
Well, how are you going to stomp his feet from that position anyway?
Oh, Sugar Love just dreams of foot stomping, Mike. Dreams of it. It's like a...
Yeah.
Back to the action here.
Well, there's not been any action for a minute here, and actually kind of stalemated these guys. Chance Elam kind of holding guard here, not looking to submit. We mentioned he's not a big submission guy. He's a really good wrestler, and we haven't seen super submissions out of him, but he's not used to being on his back, and he doesn't find himself fighting off his back very often.
No, he's not, Mike. These fighters are kind of carbon copies of each other. They have the same skill set. They're both wrestlers, not great strikers, and not very good at jiu-jitsu either, but they come to brawl.
White on black paper, and the other was black on white paper. But otherwise, they're carbon copies.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And right here, you just see that skilled defense going on, none, but these guys are just swinging for the fences, and you get the sense that eventually somebody's going timber in this fight. And right there, Chance Elam just missing with a shot at the bell and giving him the stink eye on his way back to his corner. He's loving this.
Yeah, he is, Mike. Kofi looks a little gassed.
Looks a little deflated, doesn't he? And I'll tell you, that tells me a lot. When a guy goes back to his corner and he's still chiding his opponent, he's ready to rock and roll some more, and the other guy just kind of puts his hands on his knees and looks tired, well, that can give you a lot of confidence coming out for the second round.
Well, I think Mike Kofi's last 4 or 5 fights lasted a total of about 48 seconds. He's not used to fighting this long.
If he doesn't have to carry any fat around like the rest of us, man, he should be able to go all night.
Oh. I think he's swinging for the fences a little too much, Mike. He's going for that knockout punch, and he's getting rallied there.
He's eating some knockout punches right there. He took about 4 or 5 solid shots, 6, 7 from Chance Elam, and Chance can tell he's got his opponent hurt.
But Mike, he's hitting him relentlessly from the standing position, which is illegal.
We did say that a minute ago, but I'll tell you, Kofi was out before that happened. Who was that chubby guy in the ring going bonkers?
That's the monkey from Donkey Kong.
That guy, my goodness, he is out of control.
It's the monkey from Donkey Kong going for the barrels.
He's going for the barrels, but right there you see old Chance Elam coming away with a big win. And you can argue about the standing and striking, but this fight was over long before that. Chance Elam landed some big shots on their feet and finished it there. Every time we went out to Elko, you could count on it turning into absolute bedlam with Coach McCloud involved. We're going to take a look at another night where things got a little hairy outside. Glenn Conchola and Tom Lackey. Anything can happen in the Ultimate Combat Experience, especially when this guy's on the card. Old Tom Lackey, he's a lot of fun to watch, but his opponent here, this Conchola kid, says he doesn't have much stand-up. Pretty good wrestler, first fight on the ground.
Yeah, Mike, this is that old type of style matchup between a striker and a grappler, and it's the old thing, who's going to win?
Well, usually, if history is any indication, the grapplers usually have come out on top, but, you always got that puncher's chance when you're standing up on your feet, as Tom Lackey tried to do. If you don't remember him, if he looks familiar, he was the guy that tried to fight Oliver Bradstreet a little bit a ways ago, and he hadn't had much experience in the cage, so Ollie made a side bet with him, said, if you don't try to take me down, I'll stand up with you, and we'll try to go it that way. Didn't work out so well for old Tom Lackey.
No, Ollie was just a little too much for him that day, but this is a new day, and he's fighting Glenn Conchola, so let's see if he can let the hands go. He's trained up there with Drew Ellisor for a while, so he's got some stand-up skills, and let's see what he's got.
Oh, you see right there, big left hand caught old Conchola in on his way in, and another one right off the bat. And you see right there, Tom Lackey just letting him go.
Right down the pipe.
And there you go, man. That one did hit right on the reset button, and down goes Conchola right there. Tom Lackey coming away with a big win in very short fashion.
Very fast hands, Mike. I was pretty impressed there, but Glenn Conchola, I think he lost to a tough guy tonight, but I think we'll see a little bit more of him. But Tom Lackey, definitely want to see a little bit more of him.
Well, Tom Lackey showed that he didn't only have fast hands, they were very accurate. I think he threw 5 punches and landed all 5 of them right there. You can see old Wacky Lackey not being too happy about this one, but very humble about it. Big win for him, though. Thomas Lackey getting it done in the cage, but the drama actually started outside the cage afterward. We don't want to talk about that. Let's get back to MMA. We're going to take a look now at a guy that made it into the tough tryouts and did a very good job there, Sean O'Connell. Oh, baby, John, I'm excited about this one.
Me too, Mike. These two giants in there, Mike, mixing it up. It's a main event for one reason, and that's because it's going to be exciting. You're going to see fireworks in this main event matchup.
First of all, the real OC, I'm a huge fan, man. I'm the president of this kid's fan club. Just a great guy, and man, he's just beating people down.
Beating people down. Mike gets in this cage and does one thing, and that's dominate.
Well, Johnny, I'd rather not talk about what happened last time I did. No, I came in, fought a tough kid named Kevin Hill. He caught me with a big shot and put me on my butt. Since then, I've just been training, trying to get in better shape, practicing keeping those hands up so that'll never happen again. Check out the guy I'm up against tonight. He's a big dude, so you're going to see 2 guys coming in here fighting hard. I like to stand up and throw some punches, and hopefully I'm going to knock him out. We'll see. Well, I appreciate him coming all the way down from Idaho, but last time I stepped in the cage, I took a step backwards, and I'm all about moving forward, progressing in this thing, so it's time to get back on track and do that.
That's what I'm talking about. I told Sean O'Connell how big and physical looking this kid was, and he said, perfect, bring it on.
Yeah, those are the kind of guys that he likes to fight, Mike. He likes to just get in here like a bull and just meet head on with his opponent.
I'll tell you what, if I saw this kid across the cage from me, I'd turn and run like a little girl.
No joke about that. He's a big, big, strong kid.
Try and find some competition outside of Idaho. I like to wrestle. I'm a ground guy. I stand up pretty well. Just basically going to be a psycho coming loose tonight. Just come out and bring the pain.
Well, you know, he done beat everybody in Idaho up already. Now he's got to move out of town and come down here to see what the Utah boys have to offer. And so far, Idaho's up 2-0, Johnny.
Yeah, they are, Mike. They've won their matchups with our guys, and wow, I like to see what this brings. Let's see if Sean O'Connell can bring one back for Utah.
I'll tell you what, old Dave Thomas got his little brother shorts on, though.
Oh, it looks like he caught a shot in his little brother's shorts.
Wow, I tell you what, those shorts are so attractive. I don't blame Sean.
Yeah, I don't. I think it was absolutely unintentional, but he did catch him with a shot right to the ding ding.
I can guarantee you that was unintentional,
Yeah.
but it did look like he got him right where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, he caught him, and boy.
Unless you're like you at a party, then the sun
Oh,
is
the
shining.
sun is a
Miami.
Dr. Mark Kachiamani stepping in there. He's going to give him a little jingle and make sure that he's okay.
Sean O'Connell's still sporting a nice little black eye from the last time he stepped in here, and maybe he's just mad. And you see here on the instant replay where the knee, well, it looks like the knee might have been not quite on the mark, but maybe some part of the knee.
Oh, yeah,
got him in
well, that's what instant replay is for there, but he did land. It looked like he did get him in the stomach, but maybe his shin caught him. Who knows?
Well, you know, who knows? I mean, that's a pretty big knee that Sean's sporting there.
Right.
We can tell that Dave isn't sporting a very big target.
Yeah.
But that's neither here
nor there. But Big Dave Mike comes out, and wow, these guys are locking up, just like I said, like two big bulls, locking horns.
I want to take it all back. I forgot how big this guy was, and really must have a big target in comparison. He has a big body.
Yeah, well, he landed a big shot to the rear OC. Now rear OC is underneath this giant.
Some big shots right there to the body as well. Sean O'Connell has got his hands full. You see right there, Dave Thomas grabbing on the fence, and Lonnie Foster just about took his head off.
Dave almost got him. But there, he's throwing some big punches underneath. It looked like Sean was tapping right there, but that's not Sean's style. This kid isn't going to tap.
Sean doesn't tap for nothing.
For nothing. But he did a pretty good job of getting to his feet, Mike. He's not letting go of that leg, looking for the takedown. Big Dave now looking to possibly throwing a guillotine choke, but at the same time, he's throwing big knees from underneath.
Boy, this kid is big and strong. We talked about, look at that, Johnny. He just ragdolled Sean O'Connell. We're used to seeing Sean do that to people, and he just got tossed around like he did. And now you see Dave, he's working to get his hooks in. Man, he's really got that lock on his body there with his legs, and he's really flattened Sean out. Hey, Sean, you remember when you wanted that really big, strong opponent?
Yeah, well, you got it.
Guess what, man? He's on your back right now and beating the crap out of you. Boy, I'll tell you what, I will never make fun of a big guy's shorts again.
Yeah, don't ever do it, Mike. I think he heard you. That fueled his fire. Now he's got both his hooks in, Mike. Not as deep as he wants him, but still he's in control of Sean, who's underneath.
No, he's absolutely in control. He's been laying some big shots on him. Almost this entire fight. Really, Sean has taken some big-time shots tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Look at those feet. They're like skis. He hooked onto those. It's weird how he's got that small bulge in those huge feet. That is kind of weird. I have to admit.
Michael,
weird. That's
come
weird,
on.
Johnny.
Stidham, come on.
Maybe he's got one of those restricting cups on.
Something. But he's still has the back, Sean O'Connell. Sean is underneath.
Bleeding. Someone's bleeding under
Sean
there. Is that Sean bleeding?
Sean's not having a good time, I can tell you that. Right now underneath, he's getting hit, Mike, and I think you're right. I think he might be bleeding underneath there.
Well, there's a lot of blood on the canvas there. Sean does a great job of getting up, but he left something behind there. And boy, it looks like, I don't know exactly quite what Dave Thomas has. Doesn't have it anymore, though, and Sean O'Connell finds himself on top. And here come the punches. Payback's a BS.
Yeah. No, but he's maybe possibly looking for a leg lock there, Dave is, and Sean's got to do one thing, and that's punch his way through it.
Don't give that thing to him.
He's got knee down. He did have knee down. And he can't strike from here.
Stopping him from striking there, and really what's kind of strange about that is that Dave Thomas was forcing him to stand with the leg lock. So, wow, interesting end to the first round. I'll tell you, that was a topsy-turvy match, and you really saw Sean O'Connell being dominated for quite some time there, but he came back in a big way. And I think Dave Thomas might have shot all his energy out.
Yeah, Mike. No kidding. But he had that. He had the back of Sean O'Connell. He was hitting him from every direction, from underneath his armpit and over the top. Sean O'Connell gets on top of him for just a few seconds and landed some big shots, enough to give Big Dave a cut on his face.
Well, he's got a cut, and he looks really, really tired. And it looks like we're going to have a second round here. We'll check it out when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. Before the break, we saw round 1 of 2 between Sean O'Connell and Dave Thomas. It was a good one. We're going to see the finish of that fight right now. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you were just joining us, you saw it right there where Sean O'Connell had a controversial low blow, and after that, a beatdown by Dave Thomas, really ragdolling Sean O'Connell all over the place until the final 30 seconds of the round where this happened.
Yeah, Sean O'Connell. Payback, yeah. Sean O'Connell now gets on top, and he's the one landing the big shots. Landed just enough to really put a cut on the face of Dave Thomas. You see a little blood then on the mat.
Well, the stage is set for a very exciting and dramatic third round, no doubt about it. Both these warriors are ready to come out, but I'm telling you, Dave Thomas looks extremely tired.
Yeah, he looks wore out, Mike. Well, yeah, he worked hard in that first round, you know, and he's a big dude, and right here you see he's looking for the double underhooks, possibly looking to get him back on the mat where he can regain control and dominate like he did in the first round.
Well, he needs to go back down to the ground. His legs are wobbly, and he doesn't want to stand up at all right now, and boy, he spent a lot of energy here trying to secure that takedown.
Yeah, and you see that Sean O'Connell was doing a pretty good job of working his underhooks there. Now he's throwing shots to the side of the head. Dave's just kind of standing still, Mike. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but O'Connell's punching away.
He's taking some shots is what he's doing. And right there, I can see in his eyes, he's done, Johnny. He's absolutely done. He wants no more of it. He checked out when he checked in for this round.
Yeah, Mike, yeah, I don't know if he's unconscious. He might very well be unconscious from that last shot.
I think he's just fatigued, Johnny. I think he's just had enough, and he's laying down there and says, I ain't getting up until somebody helps me up.
Well, they're in there right now to make sure that he is okay. You see a lot of blood coming from him. Looks like he's just got a cut on his nose there, maybe a split lip. But you're right, Mike. Fatigue, I think, played a big factor in this. I think he just ran out of juice.
You look at him in the eyes there, and the light's on, and nobody's home. He's tired. He's dead tired. And, boy, big win for Sean O'Connell.
Congratulations, OC! We'll be seeing this kid very soon, Mike.
We'll be seeing a lot more of Sean O'Connell. Trust me, this kid, I think, is going to be a fixture in this show. Sean O'Connell, that was one of the big steps on his way to the tough tryouts. Did a great job there, everyone. And now we're going to take a look at Cole Rose and Dave Bozen.
Cole, tell people what kind of a fighter are you? If I just tuned in, I've never seen you fight before. What can we expect to see tomorrow night?
See a little of this, a little of that, ground, wherever it goes, I'll be ready for it.
Cool. Hey, tell the people at home why you're walking out of that cage and bringing another win to the Ultimate Combat Ultimate Combat Training Center in the statewide bail bonds fight team.
Ultimate Combat Training Center, enough said.
Hey, tell the people at home, what kind of a fighter are you? If we've never seen you before, what can we expect to see once you step inside that cage?
You know, I like to stand up, but, you know, like I say, we're grappling, 3-4 nights a week, boxing too, so it's just whatever.
A little bit of whatever. All right, you heard Cole say UCTC. That's the reason why he's walking out of this with a victory. I need you to send him a message. I don't know why you're bringing a win down to Team Throwdown.
Hey, I just like to compete, man. I love to fight, love to do all this. If I come out with the win, that's great.
All right, shake hands, best luck. This is your main event tomorrow night inside the cage.
This is exciting stuff, Johnny Richie. There's a little bit of back scene drama as well. Cole Rose feeling like he needs to kind of set the tone here. Dave Bozen beat his teammate there, Mike Crispin, his teammate and his training partner, and now Cole Rose says, I'm going to get a little vengeance for us.
Well, I tell you what, Mike, Cole Rose is one of the leaders of this UCTC statewide bail bonds fight team. This guy spends his time in the gym. He works hard. He's going over all the things you need to at the Ultimate Combat Training Center to make sure that when he steps in here, he's going to pull out a victory, man.
I'll tell you what, though, it's got to be a little intimidating when you walked into the cage door and didn't have to bend over at all, and your opponent walks in and had to bend over at the waist. He's much, much taller. Is Dave Bozen than Cole Rose.
Well, yeah, you can see these guys aren't even making eye contact. It's not really a stare down, yeah.
Stare down. Bozen's looking at the dude in the second row.
He's about a head taller, but I tell you what, don't count Cole Rose out, Mike, because this kid swings hard, throws big leather, and knocks people out.
Well, that's why they call him the headhunter. This kid can punch. There's no doubt about it. Nice leg kick there to get things started by Dave Bozen.
Oh. Exchange right there, and you see Cole back it up there. He's just wondering, what the heck? How am I going to get this guy?
Oh, my goodness, Johnny Richie, this fight is over. And Cole Rose says, whoa, that was a big shot.
I'm speechless. What happened? I just saw
slap. That's what happened.
Cole Rose kind of crumble there.
There were a few people that came to see that. And a few that didn't.
Yeah, and a few that didn't. The headhunters, they can't believe it, and neither can he.
Cole Rose doesn't get dropped like that. That's Cole Rose's wife right there. She's as shocked as anybody. Cole Rose doesn't get hit. It doesn't get dropped like that. He fights some big boys all the time, and boy, he just got him right on the butt.
Well, Dave the Diesel Bosun hits like a Mack truck and more like a diesel, and he did it tonight, Mike. Wow.
He did it in a big way, man. Very impressive. That was your main event, Johnny, but that was worth the price of admission right there. Cole Rose taking a little 90-90 there in the middle of the fight. Cole, don't lay down on the job, my man. When we come back, it's time for your main event. Ben Fuamano and Justin Hartig. You want to stick around for this. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. It is now time for your main event. Coach McCloud made a few appearances here on the show, and he always felt like he had a little sneaky card up his sleeve, and he sent out for a ringer to beat up on the Maniac Ben Fuamano. Brought in a giant in Justin Hartig. Ben Fuamano said, I would love to knock that giant down to peanut size. It's your main event. Check it out.
I'm from Charlotte, Michigan. I train out at the same camp as my teammate Brad, Team Murcielago, and I came down here to train with the High Desert Hitmen. Came down here to do a job for Coach McCloud.
Oh, man, I'm tired as hell, man. Tired as hell, but, you know.
Ain't gonna be tired tomorrow, though, right?
Oh, come on, man. When it's showtime, it's showtime. Got to do the damn thing.
I don't make predictions about fights.
No, man, you know me. I do what I does, man, and you're going to see it tomorrow night. Seems like a good guy, man. I'm not going to try to hurt him too bad. Hopefully he doesn't try to hurt me too bad either.
No, I don't have anything to say.
It's going to be a good fight, man. I always show up for my fights. Every fight's always, a different fight for me. But you know what I'm coming with.
Maniac looks like he's all business, Mike. It looks like he's going to blow something up.
Hopefully he's blowing up the Moose tonight. Moose, his guy is a monster. Huge, this kid is 6'4", and he walked into my office and he took up my entire office. 6'4", 240, coming from Charlotte, Michigan. Training out here with the High Desert Hitman crew though, but he's running into the Maniac tonight.
All right, kids. Everything's okay. The turban is off.
The turban is off.
He's Samoan again.
But the 6'1", 205 Maniac just doing what Maniac does. You know, he says, I do what I does. And he could have put it more appropriately because Maniac just does what he does.
That's for sure. I'm sure we're going to see some fisticuffs of flying.
You know, you would think that Maniac tactically would want to stay away from the much longer armed opponent here, but that's not Maniac's style, man. He's going to take it right at you. And you see right here, almost getting a kick up to the head of the big Moose.
Yeah, he's really put it all together lately.
Ooh,
that was a lovely kick.
That was a nice kick, landed that time, and that's what Maniac doesn't want to do, is get underneath this guy. Nice job of getting out.
Bam, now he's looking to tint those windows, baby.
Wow, this fight is over, folks. Now remember, this standing and striking is legal in this fight, and Maniac is doing a lot of that. Dave Sully said, step in and say, no mas, no mas. Wow, oh wow, Sal.
To the body, to the head, to the head, to the body.
That was a complete demolition by the Maniac, man. This guy looks more focused than I've ever seen him.
Yeah, I seen him at the gym last week, and there's just a fire in his eyes. I don't think there's anything stopping him.
You know what a gentleman he is, though. Look at that right there. Giving props to his opponent, giving a little bit of love to him. You see her in the Crush Combat Cam. What a beautiful kick. Right there, landing. Boy, that just right to the solar plexus, it looked like, and dropped the big Moose. And then you see right here, he was able to get out from underneath, and right here, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's all over, folks.
That's Maniac's bread and butter. Left hook, right cross. Left hook, right cross.
Oh, right to the button right there. That one landed, and then, you know, really, at that point, the Moose wasn't getting up, and Maniac was doing his thing. It was all over from there. Maniac, he says, I got more big things coming your way.
He sure does. I tell you what, he made that match so quick, he's got to get out of the building before the bomb goes off.
That's going to put a wrap on the show for this week. We got knockouts upon knockouts upon knockouts. In fact, we got more volumes of knockouts than anybody on the planet. That's just what the Ultimate Combat Experience is all about. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Stin. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.